everyone. Dr. DeFlaminis, Mr. Lewis, members of the school board, Dr. Jansen, Mr. Davis, members of the faculty, parents, and friends, welcome to Radnor High School for our graduation. The class of 1994 is very pleased to have you with us tonight. We are proud of our accomplishments over the past 4 years, and tonight that part of our lives comes to a close. At our baccalaureate program on Sunday, we had a chance to reflect on our past and our future. Last night at Senior Awards Night, many of us were honored for our accomplishments. Tonight, we come to the end of our time as Radnor High School students. And as we all sit here together tonight, students, families, friends, and teachers, there is one thing that we all have in common that binds us all together. And that is the memories that we will take with us when our time here at Radnor has ended. For our parents and families, those memories might be that of your child's first day of school at Radnor, or a particularly amazing concert or exciting sporting event. For our teachers, the memories might be those of a certain student who is forever etched in your mind, or of an entire class of Radnor students who you had as freshmen and who you now see seated here before you. For us, the students, our memories of Radnor will range from little things that only us and our closest friends will remember, to memories of our days in elementary school or at the middle school. Some of our strongest memories will come from our time spent here at Radnor High School. Senior dress-up day, the ice storm and the often-canceled senior semi-formal, the LM pep rally, our win against Pencrest, the cancellation of midterms, and many other things that I cannot take the time to list. Granted, not all memories of Radnor will be good. For some of us, this night will fly by and we cannot wait to close the book on this chapter of our lives and move on. And for others of us, this night will be a difficult one that leaves us feeling scared at the uncertainty of our futures. But as we sit here, we cannot forget the tie that binds us all together. A tie that binds us, however strongly or weakly, forever to our days here at Radnor as a spirited, innovative, wise, and talented class of 1994. Thank you all for sharing this important event with us tonight.
Tonight, the class officers of 1994 have chosen to take an active role in this ceremony. The graduating seniors of 1994 have always been very energetic class, and tonight the class officers will try to reflect that enthusiasm with our participation in the program. As a tradition at Radnor, the graduating class president offers a few words of enlightenment to the graduating seniors. I would now like to introduce to you Christina Wolf, President of the class of 1994.
Today is June 15th, 1994, and we are graduating. To some of you, this translates into, I can't believe today is June 15th, 1994. We're graduating, time has flown by. To others, thank God today is June 15th. Graduation is finally here. I couldn't take another minute in this place. I am someone who thinks in terms of people. And so standing here facing you all tonight, I think of how we as individuals feel at this moment. I think of how we remember the past, and I think of how we dream or worry of our futures. It is in fact our individuality that makes these thoughts, memories, dreams, and worries differ among us. We are, have been, and always will be an incredible class. An original class, willing to try new things and do things differently. But it is not the general class of 94 or the similarities within us that makes tonight so poignant. I personally am moved by the diversity among us and within our thoughts. Radnor High School may appear to be very homogeneous on the outside, and perhaps if you look at us from strictly the outside, we are. But within each of us are many variations. Each of us has many different feelings about this moment. For myself, there have been portions of these last 4 years that have crawled on, and others that have sped by so rapidly. I hope that many of you are excited about your futures and find a lot of happiness in graduating, electrified by what you anticipate. I also hope that everyone can find at least one memory or person, some aspect of Radnor they will miss. Although I realize some of you think you will miss nothing, I will miss a lot. The friends, the familiarity, but most of all, the faces. I can't begin to try to explain to you how each of you and your uniqueness have affected me through the time I've known you or known of you, and how much I care about you. Please take your individuality, take it with perhaps the memories of Radnor or perhaps not, and as individuals whom I believe in, may you always be successful and happy in whatever you wish to do. As your class president for 3 years, I have had an incredible amount of confidence in your capabilities as a class and as human beings. And this assurance I have in you will last forever, no matter what high school meant to you or what the future means to you. Thank you all so much for giving me so many memories and for giving me yourselves to remember.
And now, to conduct the awards part of the ceremony, I would like to introduce the principal of Radnor High School, Dr. Ann A. Jansen.
Before presenting awards, I would like to take a moment to acknowledge some of the people and the events and the memories that have brought us together this evening. This class has indeed been blessed with very supportive and interested group of parents and many grandparents as well. We've had parents on committees when needed. We've even had 2 people who've been leading this class and supporting this class since they started middle school. We have at least one set of parents who have indeed attended 22 open houses. That must be a record of some sort. Many have been to all sporting events, or most of them, and we've had much support in social events when people came to chaperone and follow the directive to stay in the dark against the wall. Many of you as parents have asked us questions, given us advice, and given us time, and we are most appreciative for all of it. We are all aware that this commencement tonight would not have been possible without the work, expertise, care, and indeed affection of the entire faculty and staff. One of the adages at the Center of Teaching is show us tomorrow, but be here for us today. Indeed, the Radnor High School faculty lives that every day in many ways, and I want to publicly honor their professionalism and their caring support of students. Very particularly for the labors of love that have gone into this evening and its symbol of beginning, I want to acknowledge the effort and the planning of Dan Drew, Don McKinney, Lois Wysocki, Mary Quinlan, Wynn Reber, Dan Nichter, and Carolyn Sherman. As a class, you are impressive by how well you know yourselves and through your individual and collective wisdom so clearly understood at your baccalaureate who you were individually and collectively. Your scholastic prowess was in evidence last night and will be again this evening. In fact, we had a very hard time scheduling many of you and all the things you wanted to take. In fact, day before yesterday, I wondered if your reputation had preceded you when I received a letter addressed to 130 King of Prussia Road. What will only be evidenced in your hearts will be the caring support so many of you have given to those who have struggled to get to this point. You've really done some very interesting things this year. The infamous field house has been uniquely decorated through the year and certainly is tonight, and I've only ever had to ask you to change one word. The football team won a game. You masterminded one of the best Lower Merion rallies in recent history. And who else would have thought of having the senior prom at the Horticultural Center, and what class would have had a larger percentage attend? And by the way, we're still trying to figure out where we can store what you used in the junior prom. You said it all at baccalaureate from the words you read. I have no doubt that many of you will take the road less traveled. Some of you have already started in that direction, and that you will move the mountains that await you. My wish for each of you is that you will always see many colors in the morning sun and all the colors in the rainbows and flowers. And I would add another metaphor. When you're moving with the speed of light and of youth, you never need a rear view mirror. This is your night. Enjoy it. And thank you for the pleasure of your company. It gives me great pleasure now to honor members of the class of 1994 for excellence in academic pursuits. In this first group, National Merit Commended students, as I read each recipient, will each person please stand in his place to be recognized. Please hold your applause until I have read this set of names. Sarah Albano, Kathy Berg-Steinson, Daniel DeVos, Catherine Fierce, Albert Wang, Andrew Johnson, Rebecca Kuhlman, Chris Lavelle, Scott Lavelle, Paul Menard-Ketcher, Priscilla Munoz, David Neville, Eugene O, Jason Payne, Tricia Shoup, Allison Seipel, Grace Townsend, Laura Turner, and Christina Wolf. Would the following students please stand to receive their letters of commendation as National Merit finalists? I will ask you again to hold your applause until the entire list is read. Aaron DeLong, Ryan Guilfoyle, Raghav Gupta, John Howe, Emily Lin, Yowie Fan, and Sonia Zala. Designated as National Merit Corporate Scholars are Rags Gupta and Emily Lin. The following students have been selected by the faculty of each department to receive these awards. Will these students please come forward to receive your award from the department representative? The first award is the PTSA Business Education Award, which will be presented by Mrs. Glass. This award is presented to the senior who has excelled academically in all business courses during his or her 4-year high school career. The recipient is Courtney Monkhouse. The PTSA Rose Ferdinand English Award will be presented by Mrs. Finkel. The Rose Ferdinand English Award is given to that student who is infused with a high regard for English language and letters and inspires others to the same high academic achievement. The recipient is Emily Lin. PTSA Foreign Language Awards are given tonight in 3 languages. Members of the language department staff will present them. These awards are given for consistent, outstanding achievement in foreign languages for no less than 4 consecutive years. In French, the award will be presented by Mrs. Amiri and is presented this evening to Gazel Lejavardi. Sorry.
Tent 4 on the podium.
In Latin, the award will be presented by Mrs. Hawk, and the recipient is Maggie Moon. In Spanish, the award will be presented by Miss Ashley, and the recipient is Emily Lynn. The PTSA Home Economics Award will be presented by Mrs. Brooks. For her special effort in working with the children in the Child Development Program and more, this year's Home Economics Award is presented to Michelle Finistor. The PTSA Mathematics Award will be presented by Mrs. Stark. This year's Mathematics Award goes to a young woman who has completed the math curriculum in the 11th grade and went on to study advanced calculus at the college level. She has excelled in regional and national competitions. The recipient is Laura Turner. The Jessie B. Zur Music Award will be presented by Mrs. Christie. The music department gives this award each year to the senior who has been outstanding in the field of music during his or her 4 years as a student at Radnor High School. The recipient this year is Rain Surrett Johnson. The Anna Maffo Award will be given by Mrs. Christie also. Anna Maffo, the world-famous soprano of the Metropolitan Opera Company and a Radnor High School graduate, presents the Anna Maffo Award to the outstanding vocal music student who has displayed musical leadership and who has won district, state, or national vocal musical honors. The winner of this coveted award is Andrea Marland. The PTSA Science Award will be presented by Mr. Elliott. This award is granted to a student in the graduating class who has demonstrated outstanding achievement in science. This student has availed herself of the most challenging science courses and has consistently performed in stellar fashion. Her science teachers have recognized her conscientious preparation, her meticulous concern for accuracy, her leadership in group and project work, and her ability to solve problems through application of scientific principles and concepts. The recipient is Kathy Bergsteinson. PTSA Physical Education Award will be presented by Mr. Virgilio. The Outstanding Physical Education Student Award is presented this year to Scott Davies. The PTSA Social Studies Award will be presented by Mrs. Sherman. The PTSA and the Social Studies Department recognize and honor a student who has displayed academic excellence in the social studies. She has shown an outstanding understanding of history and has performed in a consistent and outstanding fashion. The award has been earned by Grace Townsend. The PTSA Theater Arts Award will be presented by Mrs. Morgan, and there are 3 names in the citation. The PTSA Theater Arts Award is presented to Jody Salvin and Allison Seipel for outstanding leadership, growth, and commitment in all levels of theater study and production, and to Regina Toffin for exceptional acting skills in classes and in major productions. Will the recipients of the following awards please come forward to the podium to receive their award? The Honor R Award will be presented by Dr. Patterson. The Honor R Award is given each year to those seniors who have been outstanding in athletics, who have participated in a variety of sports, who have contributed to the honor and good name of Radnor through their excellent sportsmanship, and who are in the upper half of their class in scholastic achievement. Those voted by members of their class most worthy to receive the Honor R Awards this year are Sarah Albano, Randall Braunfeld, Jonathan Howe, Karen Jacobs, Rachel Morgan, and Javier Nogales. The Alumni Association Award will be presented by Mr. Nichter. The Alumni Association of Radnor High School annually gives an award to the outstanding senior who has achieved academically near the top of the class. The recipient this year is Allison Seipel. The Betsy Feinauer Memorial Award will be presented by Mr. Nichter. This award is being given by the Radnor class of 1985 in memory of Betsy Feinauer, a member of that class. This award is given annually to a graduating senior who is committed to a career in teaching. The recipient must be academically outstanding and an avid participant in extracurricular activities. The recipient must possess those leadership qualities needed to become a teacher and to echo the spirit and the personality of Betsy Feinauer. The Betsy Feinauer Memorial Award has been earned by Karen Jacobs. The Luke Tian Memorial Scholarship is an award in memory of a very special young man who was a member of the class of 1982 and who lost his life in an automobile accident. Luke's life and death has taught us that we will all be remembered for what we give to others and not only for what we have achieved. Luke Tian made us understand that it is important to care about others, to enjoy people, and to help them enjoy life. The person to receive the Luke Tian Memorial Scholarship Award best exemplifies those special qualities of human concern seen in Luke's life. The recipient of the Luke Tian Memorial Scholarship is Christina Toby. The Thomas Lynch Memorial Scholarship will be presented by Mr. McKinney. Tom Lynch was an exceptional member of the class of 1987. Life was precious to Tom. He lived his own with enthusiasm and joy, and he nurtured and enriched the lives of those he loved. And those he loved were many. Tom gave generously of his love, his interest, his laughter, and his praise. He had, too, a rare talent for receiving graciously. He never failed to show his gratitude with a look, a laugh, or a hug. Learning deepened Tom's pleasure in life and in people. He loved a new idea or a different approach to an old problem. The flame of Tom's life burned briefly but brilliantly, warming and lighting our lives with a rare beauty. In his memory, the class of 1987 awards the Thomas Lynch Memorial Scholarship to Jonathan Howe. The Robert Douglas Fixter Trust Award will be presented by Mr. Davis. The R. Douglas Fixter Memorial Trust was established to honor the memory of a Radnor High School graduate of the class of 1980, who attended the University of Richmond until his untimely death in 1983. In awarding grants to graduating seniors, the Trust attempts to honor the memory of Doug Fixter and at the same time recognize the characteristics of outstanding young men and women. This year's recipient of the R. Douglas Fixter Memorial Grant is David Neville. Patience W. Griffith Memorial Scholarship will be presented by Mr. Davis. The Patience W. Griffith Memorial Scholarship is given in memory of a former social studies teacher at Radnor. Patience Griffith taught all levels of students. She was a kind and understanding individual who spent her life serving others. The students chosen to receive this award exemplify many of the qualities of Patience. The recipients are Michelle Finsdor and James Johnson. The Rebecca Hutton Bradbeer Award will be presented by Mr. McKinney. Rebecca Hutton Bradbeer was the first quadriplegic to graduate from Radnor High School. This award is given annually in her honor by her grandparents. Mr. and Mrs. Walter Buckley, to that senior who has demonstrated the same courage, friendliness, and love of Radnor that illuminated Becky's years at this school. The recipient is Morris Klein. The PTSA Scholarship Award will be presented by Mr. McKinney. The PTSA Scholarship Award is given to the student with consistent academic growth over a 4-year period at Radnor High School. The recipient is Stacy Shevlin. Mr. McKinney will give the Mary Carter Award. Mary Carter, teacher and principal in the Radnor schools from 1927 to 1969, was herself a paragon. The Mary Carter Award is presented to the senior boy or girl who also has been a model of excellence in scholarship, interest in activities, and service to the school and the community. The recipient is Sarah Albano. The E. Robert Patterson Award is given to a senior who, during her high school career, has exhibited qualities of high scholarship, all-around participation in activities, integrity of character, and unselfish devotion to the best interest of the school. This award is being given by the Patterson family and the class of 1991, and the award goes to Christina Wolf. Final award for tonight is the Phi Beta Kappa Award. It's presented by the Delaware County chapter of the Phi Beta Kappa National Honorary Scholastic Fraternity, which offers an award to a senior who excels in scholastic record and who possesses inherent character and integrity. And the award this year has been earned by Kathy Bergsteinson. Congratulations to all of the winners, and thank you very much.
At this time, I'm pleased to present to you our Phi Beta Kappa Scholar for the class of 1994, Kathy Bergsteinson.
Good evening, friends, relatives, family, teachers, and especially the class of 1994. In a few minutes, we'll all be walking up to receive our diplomas, graduating, and moving on. But before that, I'd like to share an idea with you that I hope you will carry past Radnor High School. When I found out that I was going to speak at graduation, I was honored, and I figured that I could think of something meaningful to say. I woke up every morning and went to sleep every night hoping and expecting some idea to pop into my head. But no. A week went by, and I was still where I had started. So I decided I had some serious thinking to do. I went to Valley Forge Park. I figured it was the perfect place for thinking. Wide open space and fresh, clean air. After pondering and thinking for about 2 hours, I came to the profound conclusion that I still had no idea. In my frustration, I forced myself to sit down and write down something. After briefly reflecting on the past week, I realized that all I had done was wait. I had waited for something to come to me. I had waited for an idea to pop into my head. I finally realized what I wanted to talk about. Why had I waited, and what was I waiting for? Most things don't just come to you. You have to work, try, and experiment. I had not done this. I had expected it to come. When we start this new chapter in our lives, we don't have to wait. We can all make things happen. Tonight we will all be moving on. Our Radnor days will be done. But for all of us, there are many new places and situations that await us. This is the perfect chance to do new things. We can't just wait for someone to give us a big break. Opportunity is something that doesn't knock on your door. It's something you find and then take advantage of. You don't have to know what you're looking for. I know I don't. But you have to be willing to try and take advantage of all the opportunities that you can find. Eventually you will find something. I believe that the chance that we find what we're looking for is much greater if we do look and we don't wait. So tonight, we're all embarking on a new adventure. Don't wait to decide what to do. The class of 1994 can do anything. Thank you, and goodbye.
And now to give a few supporting remarks on such a special night, our superintendent, Dr. John A. DeFlamis.
Members of the Board of School Directors, faculty, parents, relatives, friends, and members of the class of 1994. Many years ago, a State College graduating student wrote in his yearbook, "The moment may be temporary, but the memory is forever." While I'm always proud and joyful to be part of this wonderful ceremony, I'm even more so this year because I also participate as a parent as well as a superintendent. And for that reason, I've decided that my remarks will be directed to parents, including myself and faculty, in addition to my son and other members of this graduating class. As teachers and administrators, we serve legally in loco parentis, or in place of parents, while your children are in school. Many of us internalize this surrogate parent role and view your children as our children. We also come to love them as you do. Irma Bombeck wrote a newspaper column a few years ago entitled, "Kite Flying is Not Just Kids' Play." Toward the conclusion of her column, she wrote, "I see children as kites. You spend a lifetime trying to get them off the ground. You run with them until you are both breathless. They crash. You add a longer tail. They hit a rooftop. You pluck them out of the spout. You patch and comfort, adjust and teach. You watch them lifted by the wind and assure them that someday they will fly. Finally, they're airborne, but they need more string, and you keep letting it out. And with each twist of the ball of twine, there is a sadness that goes with the joy because the kite becomes more distant. And somehow you know it won't be long before that beautiful creature will snap the lifeline that bound you together and soar as it was meant to soar, free and alone. Only then do we know that we did our job." For parents, both surrogate and real, we are about to release the string and watch our children fly on their own. As I've come to know the members of this class, I'm confident that each member of the class of 1994 will soar to greater heights than any of us may anticipate. And to the class of 1994, I share a few lines of Emerson's essay on nature that are very special to me. Emerson said, The invariable mark of wisdom is to see the miraculous in the common. So shall we come to look at the world with new eyes. It shall answer the endless question of the intellect, what is truth, and of the affections, what is good. Every spirit builds itself a house, and beyond its house a world, and beyond its world a heaven. Know then that the world exists for you. All that Adam had, all that Caesar could, you have and can do. Adam called his house heaven and earth. Caesar called his house Rome. You perhaps call yours a cobbler's trade, 100 acres of plowed land, or a scholar's garret. Yet line for line and point for point, your dominion is as great as theirs, though without fine names. Build, therefore, your own world. As you set out to build your worlds, I sincerely hope that your days at Radnor will have served as a solid foundation for discovering your directions and shaping your futures. May your minds and hearts be always open, and may you see the miraculous in the common. We hope that you not only feel prepared to meet the challenges of the future, but that you may also greet those challenges with a strength of self that believes that you can make a difference. You can. Finally, we hope that you will remember fondly what has been. The laughter of friends, the warmth of family, the joy of learning, and greet what will be with enthusiasm and optimism. With the strength of our love behind you, we want you to become all that you are capable of becoming. My best wishes and congratulations.
We have asked Mr. Nichter and Mr. Drew to read our names as we receive our diplomas. And to them and all the faculty, thank you.
Mr. Lewis and members of the school board, by the authority vested in me as superintendent of the Radnor Township School District, for the purposes of receiving their diplomas, I present to you the class of 1994.
Repeat.
Christina Michelle Wolf.
Allison Claire Seipel.
Christopher Lawrence Farrell.
Randall Jason Bronfeld.
Victoria A. Ajibadi.
Sarah Eliza Albano.
Matthew Randolph Adams.
Robert B. Agins.
Jessica Alvis.
Victoria Marie Exarlis.
Russell Bolton Alexander.
Kenneth H. Anderson.
Christine Ann Bonson.
Natasha K. Barboza.
Jesse D. Antonini.
Edward M. Arney.
Erin Kathleen Barnes.
Catherine Burke Stenson.
Brian D. Barber.
Jared S. Bernstein.
Eric Boston.
Keith John Bruno.
Cheryl F. Berger.
Margaret Berry.
Michael J. Buck.
Travis Burns.
Nancy H. Berger.
Amy E. Blumenthal.
Bobby Burrell.
Ian Checchio.
Amanda Barry Bourne.
Mary Elizabeth Beauvais.
Beat Na Boyka Cho.
Justin P. Cleary.
Tiffany Monique Calfee.
Camille Lorraine Capaldo.
Scott G. Davies.
Alfred John DeFlaminis.
Michelle C. Carroll.
Alexandra Reed Contasta.
Aaron D. Long.
Daniel Ian DeVos.
Jill Korenzik.
Vera Koreameyer.
Andrew H. DeWeese.
Michael J. DiDomenico.
Marianne Y. Korenzik.
Stephanie Corson.
Robert Carroll.
Michael Thomas Falvey.
Anna Paula N. Costa.
Kelly M. Coulter.
Gavin Farley.
Christopher Dunn Garvey.
Christine Lynn DiFilippo.
Barbara Diane Dean.
James Ryan Guilfoyle.
Keith P. Gillen.
Jennifer L. Dennison.
Amanda Vanway Dingus.
Edward Scott Goldis.
Robert W. Gregory.
Jessica Aaron Dunn.
Kristen M. Eckert.
Raghav Gupta.
Manuel Anthony Howard.
Catherine Lynn Felcher.
Catherine Beecher Fierce.
Jonathan Baldwin Howe.
Albert J. Wang. Yvette Chevarez and Frances Michelle Finistor.
Ann Catherine Flanagan.
James Lamont Johnson.
Andrew D. Johnson.
Whitney Taylor French.
Gwendolyn C. Forster.
Kashif Ali Khan.
Scott Carr.
Vanessa Jane Gardner.
Pamela Jill Gaylor.
Morris Klein.
Randall Klaus.
Cassandra Giambetti.
Shari Kimberly Jakoski.
Daniel U. Korch.
Daniel Ross Kleinman.
Karen Lisa Golub.
Leslie Barrett Glynn.
Jay Jin Lee.
Christopher F. Lavelle.
Leslie Ellen Green.
Yep, stand by.
Jessica Lynn Gordon.
Danny Lee.
Scott F. Lavelle.
Andrea Haight.
Caroline Marie Guillaume.
James A. Maxim.
Gregory Marchesani.
Elizabeth Susan Heft.
Emily Michelle Harutunian.
Daniel C. Mendocino.
Paul Mignard Catcher.
Karen Michelle Jacobs.
Elizabeth A. Hurley.
David William Neville.
James Moffett.
Susan Margaret Jones.
Rain Saray Johnson.
Javier R. Nogales.
Stephen A. Nisbet Jr.
Danielle Cagle.
Alice Jung.
Miles E. Oliver.
Eugene O.
Amanda Christine Plepfer.
Sasha Kane.
Luis Paz Navarro.
Jason Evans Payne.
Rebecca E. Coleman.
Charisma Cap Kramer.
Yali H. Fan.
Jeffrey Pekin.
Karen Marie Leahy.
Gazo Lagiaverdi.
Tariq Kassim.
Dallas Lee Pulliam III.
Kelly A. Long.
Emily S. Lynn.
Edward John Robb Jr.
Edward Ramos.
Catherine Luckenbill.
Michelle LaRusso.
Scott David Rosenfeld.
Oliver M. Rupke.
Andrea Marie Marlin.
Niet V. Lee.
Mark L. Schneider.
Alexander Safavi.
Danielle Erin Monig.
Courtney Chris K. Monkhouse.
Jeremy Kevin Shields.
Melvin D. Shersky Jr.
Rachel Morgan.
Margaret Miriam Moon.
June S. Shin.
Vincent Shao.
Lauren Page Zamestein.
Priscilla Jane Munoz.
Jerome Michael Smallwood.
Samuel Joseph Shore.
Markeisha Danchelle Owens.
Jennifer Lynn Ostrich.
Martin Damian Stan.
Lawrence H. So.
Joanna R. Plum.
Tanya Elizabeth Pino.
Russell L. Sullivan.
Joseph J. Sullivan.
Karen Deborah Rosenberg.
Kwanda Lachey Roach.
Neil Elon Upfellow.
Ryan Andrew Sutter.
Amanda Melissa Rosnack.
Lauren B. Rosenberg.
Carl Edward Weber.
Joshua David Von Ruden.
Jody Rachel Salvin.
Sadie Ruby Salazar.
Bradley Mitchell Wolanski.
Brian Eric Winston.
Tammy Jill Shulman.
Meredith Kristen Scardino.
Robert Wright.
Justin Lennon.
Chantal Seaver.
Aaron Schussler.
Alex Zaitsev.
Stacy Ann Shevlin.
Maiko Shimizu.
Trisha Elise Shoup.
Amy Beth Singer.
Heather L. Skerritt.
Samantha Lee Saunier.
Trisha Diane Stump.
Joanna Teresa Tay.
Regina Helen Coffin.
Carla Michelle Testa.
Christina Marie Toby.
Grace Townsend.
Joanne Tudo.
Laura Ann Turner.
Aisha Bahishta.
Carolyn Kathleen Vickers.
Brees Wagaman.
Karen Elizabeth Weber.
Leonie Joy Weiss.
Amanda Erin Wells.
Jennifer L. Wells.
Sonia J. Zala.
tell 2 to do that.
Congratulations, class of '94. You have just received your ticket to the world. Next flight, destination unknown. As you walk down the lonely, unmarked streets, passing strangers with no faces, go onward. Never look back. Set a path and prepare for it to change at all times. Always keep a clear head. Never forget to smile. And do not let life's simple problems consume you. There is an answer to all your problems in the open air. Never forget how valuable life is and how short it can be. Thank you, Radnor, for not just providing us with 4 great years of high school, but also 12 years of unbelievable experiences within the Radnor district. Thank you, teachers, for the valuable lessons and hours that you have spent with us. Mr. McKenna, Mrs. Wysocki, and Mr. McKinney, your enthusiasm and commitment to our class has been amazing. Mr. Drew, words cannot express what you have meant to this class. We thank you. Parents, we owe you our lives as you have given yours to ours. Classmates, look around at the people sitting with you. Remember and value the experiences that we have shared together, as these learnings are more valuable than any textbook you will ever read. Before we go, I issue everyone a challenge. Influence others positively and make the world a better place to live in. Peace on earth.
walking down. So in the first row is two women and a man. The person in the white shirt, see the person in the white shirt standing up? Oh, yeah. She's right in front of me. She's got the balloon. Oh, I see. That's great. Yeah, she was beautiful. Well, congratulations on that. It's wonderful. What can you tell people at school?
Yes, this is live.
Fantastic. Congratulations. All right, see ya.
She holds us. Would you like me to carry the flowers?
Yeah, go ahead. Can you do the beauty for me as well? Just let me know when you need a beauty for mine, that's all I ask. Any iced tea up there, Tony? Hey! You gotta do that for your wife or what? Look, he's doing work. Let's take pictures. He's doing work. Let's take pictures. Yeah, you pulled the trigger. See that? Don't worry about me, kid. I have like operating man. Sick. Operating equipment.
We all done, I guess.